What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today is September 1st, although I am filming this on August 30th. In typical fashion, we're going to go ahead and talk about last month, statues we got, my favorites, and what you can anticipate in terms of new arrivals during the month of September. So, looking at it, August arrivals, we're now in September. So we got the Real Creations Majin Vegeta bust. Overall, I'll say it was a disappointment. Disappointed in the sculpt, disappointed in the scaling, and it was sold, within a week or two. So that's gone. I do like it for what it is, but it didn't work for me. So we sold it. It didn't fit what I was looking for. Then, what else we got? Dark Side Bust. Finally got this. Resin GK failed me on this. Ended up getting a refund. 3 months of my time wasted. And we got Dark Side Bust. So he was definitely my favorite collectible during the month. I initially, during that video, had issues with the lighting where the head was not lighting up. And, I bought this through Spec Fiction. He took care of me, shipped it within hours of payment. And he contacted Queen regarding fixing it, and the way I was able to fix it is I used like a brush on the connector of the body to the head, and then on the head itself it has like little springs, and I gently pulled the springs out to extend them. Most likely they just weren't hitting, and as soon as I did that, it fixed it. So the light up now works. It's perfect. There's no issues. It's great. I love it. I'm real happy with that bust. So that was the only thing I actually got that I kept during the month. So, we technically got 2 pieces, but we sold one. It wasn't a keeper, and Darkside's definitely a keeper. In terms of ordering statues, so I did pre-order. Technically, I bought one statue, pre-ordered another, and jumped on a waiting list for another. Let's talk about that. So this is the statue I bought that was in stock. I bought it from Inner Studio. I've purchased from them several times. My Captain America life-size bust came from them. My Black Widow bust, a local buddy of mine has bought from them many times. They're legit. They're a good company. So we bought a Tony Stark bust. He got it in hands. He sold it to me. Sent me tons of photos and videos with my name on it. This is legit. It's shipped, and it will arrive in the United States Custom on September 11th. And so shortly after that, it will be delivered to Flankster. So, second part of the month is when we'll get this. So very excited to get this. This will definitely be the best piece I'll get during the month. I think this turned out perfect. One of the best silicone busts I've ever seen. One of the best likenesses. I am very excited to get this. So that is what I bought. Let's talk about what we pre-ordered. So I had jumped on the waiting list for this Hellboy bust a while back, and my wait list converted. They were able to get one for me. So we did decide to go ahead and get this, for many reasons. I did recently watch the movie again, Hellboy 2, and I freaking love it. It's a great movie. I really like it. I really like Hellboy. I like Ron Perlman. And, I do want a representation of him in the collection, and this bust is fantastic. I think the likeness is good, and from the videos I've seen, it looks like a really big bust, like his head is big. And I like busts that do have, that are, bigger like that, like Darkseid, Predator, Alien, Thanos. I like those bigger busts. I like them when they're scaled accurately, though. When it's like an anime bust and it's inaccurate and it's not that detailed, that bugs the crap out of me. But this is extremely detailed. Looks freaking amazing. So this will ship in Q4 of this year, but we did get that. The Hellboy 1/3 is not up for pre-order just yet, but I did jump on the Abe Sapien 1/3 maquette waiting list. I was always debating if I should get this or not. Now, I do like this a lot, and I do want it. I'm confident my wait list will convert. So, and this is set to ship actually in a month, from what I've heard. I hear it's actually on the boat. So this actually could ship in September if my wait list converts. It'd convert when someone cancels. Being an expensive piece, it's likely someone will cancel. So, it's very possible we get the Ape Sapien, is in September. And then I would get the Hellboy 1/3. There's an Ape Sapien bust, which I do like it, but I don't think I need the bust. I would be perfectly happy with just the 1/3. And I'd kind of do it how I do my Hellboy setup, where it's like the Hellboy bust in the middle, Hellboy 1/3, and Ape Sapien on each side. Now, I could, technically do it similar to that, where it's like the two busts and the two 1/3s. I think that also works really good, but I don't have space for that, and it's also a lot of money, so we'll just stick to just the Ape Sapien 1/3. Now, if my waitlist does not convert, it's fine. I can do just Hellboy bust in 1/3. Like, I would also be very happy and content with just that setup as well. Now, most likely I'll also be getting, Hellboy Right Hand of Doom to pair with the bust. I used to own the old Sideshow one. I paired it with the quarter scale. I'll probably just buy that again. It's cheap, a few $100s on eBay. So I'm not going to buy it now. I'm going to buy it once I get the bust. But as soon as I get the bust, I'll, buy that and pair it with it. So I may just do the gauntlet, the bust, and the statue. And we may not get this. But if this converts, I'll get it. And so that's the only two pieces I pre-ordered during the month. There's a lot of statues obviously went up for pre-order. I rarely do pre-order pieces. Although I do find with Cinemaquette, you pretty much, if you want it, you should pre-order it. They're one of the few, them, J&Ds, and Prime ones that are low edition sizes. The only Prime ones I'm waiting for are like God of War Ragnarok, if they ever make a Stellar Blade, Elden Ring. Pretty much as video game statues, that's about it. The other statue we will be receiving during the month of September is this, I think it's Whitehole that made this, or I don't even freaking know. I don't know the name of the company, but it's a sick looking wall mountable Shenron dragon. I don't own a Shenron dragon really. The only thing kind of is the Prime 1 Goku head holder. It has a Shenron dragon on it. So that's about it. But I did want a Shenron dragon, like a bigger one, and the wall mount works really good. I like this. They did make a previous version of this, but they changed it a little bit, made it better, and so I bought this. It wasn't too pricey. Got it through Kyle Land. So this shipped at August 2nd, so it should probably arrive September, next week. I'm thinking next week I'll get this. And the Robert Downey Jr. will probably be the following week. So a statue each week, which would be real nice. And then if, we got Ape Sapien potentially, he'd probably be towards the latter half of the month. But we'll see what happens there. The other big question is, will we be getting Queen TRex? Now, that is a big question, folks, because I ordered it through Resin GK, and he did give me a tracking number, and everything looks legit in terms of the tracking, the weight and everything. It's typical process. However, the same thing can be said about Darkseid Bust and countless other people I know of who have had issues where, as far as Resin GK's told me, it's his the factory he's working with, the warehouse that he works with, they have not been shipping stuff. Now, for me personally, he still has to take responsibility, of course. I know he's been refunding some people, and I've asked him to just refund me on the TRex for now, and if I get it, I'll just pay him back. He says he sent me a wire transfer, but I haven't received it yet. But I don't think I'll be getting it. Based off his warehouse claims they shipped it, but it was shipped July 31st. So technically, if it actually was shipped, it should arrive in a week or two max. But if tracking doesn't update within the next 2 weeks, I have absolutely zero hope of ever getting it. And I will not be hunting it down again if I don't get it. If we don't get it, it's fine. I will just do Prime 1 Predator here in this middle room. I will get Berserker, Wolf, call it a day. But if we do get it, then we'll need to, I don't know if I could keep the Prime 1 Predator and do TRex. Probably not. Probably do just the TRex. But for now, I think it's a very, very low chance we see that Queen TRex in my collection. I would peg it at best case scenario, 10% chance it arrives. If all of a sudden I get a text alert from FedEx saying picked up for 650 pound 2 boxes, I will be so surprised. I will be beyond surprised. I'll be like, holy shiz, he actually shipped it. Now, Resin GK has told me he's changing warehouses in September and everything will be fixed and we'll be back to business where I can actually order from him and he ships it. So fingers crossed that works out because, I was wanting to use him because he gives me really good pricing and so forth. But until he fixes that warehouse issue, I will not be ordering from him ever again because he just doesn't ship, or at least his warehouse doesn't. So yeah, so Queen T-Rex, 99% confident that's just not arriving, folks. I know a lot of people wanted me to get it. A lot didn't want me to get it. I know it would have been an absolute pain in the butt to get it here in the man cave. Like, such a pain. I'm worried it'd even fit. I do know if I got it in, I would be absolutely like, it would be beyond amazing in so many ways. So part of me really wishes it arrives. Part of me wishes it wouldn't, just because I know of the pain. I would not be able to keep the boxes, so I would throw away the boxes, so it would be a lifer. And then eventually, if I ever do decide to, let's say, sell it, it'd be local pickup only. So part of me wants it. Part of me is just like, it's too big of a hassle. Reselling it will be such a hassle if I ever did decide, especially since I won't keep the boxes. Plus it is obviously a lot of money, $5,500, which nowadays can only buy you like 2 1/3. God. But yeah, so I don't think Queen T-Rex is going to arrive though. Like I said, I think if we get it, it will be a goddamn miracle. Like, I just do not think. Ever since I got Last of Us Abby, Resin GK's warehouse has not been shipping anything. So like the last month and a half, they just don't ship stuff. I know so many people have had issues and it just drives me crazy because it's like, I want things to work out with him, but he has to ship stuff. If you pay for something, you got to ship it in a timely manner. Anyways, folks, so that is what we are anticipating during the month. Now, in terms of Hellboy, like where we will put it, I'm still actually like, I still actually haven't actually sold Mummy. Like, you haven't paid me. Medusa, we're trying to figure out a shipping situation just because I just don't trust that's going to arrive safely. And the buyer just told me they cannot accept any additional damage, which to me is just like, dude, this is going to arrive broken. First off, that body is completely hollow. The base is already broke, like that column's broken off. I don't think any additional damage might happen on the base, but I'm afraid the body could break in half, the hand will break, and the snakes will break. And technically both hands could break. Like, there's just too many points of potential damage. So I'm trying to, they're trying to see if there's a workaround. It's like a company that kind of bought this from me, so I don't know if we're going to get rid of, they haven't paid me for Medusa or Mummy. We're actually looking at them, sending me something to box her up better than, like a styrofoam or the bubble wrapped situation. So we're looking into it. So we may still, just move Blade down here and do Hellboy there, or may just keep this display. I just think Medusa's going to break when she arrives. And if we're keeping her, we're not selling Mummy. But the other scenario is right here, where you see Red Sonja Vampirella. So they could obviously go there. If I do put them there, I can only do like just Hellboy bust in 1/3. I don't have space for Sapien as well. I mean, I might. I would have to look at my spacing. The other alternative is, God, it's a tough one. Obviously I could just throw them right here until these ship. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. I don't technically have to get the Darkseid Arnold in T1000. I could realistically free up that garage shelf, and you could even boost these shelves and do Hellboy down low there. Anyways, we'll see what happens. The future will tell. Let's let future Flankster figure that out. Current Flankster is going to enjoy his Friday playing Black Myth Wukong and, trying to close some business at work. But yeah, for definite though, this month we're going to get 2 statues. Iron Man bust, which is going to be a freaking grail, and the Shenron Dragon, which is just like a very, probably like my least favorite of all my pre-orders. So I'm not stupid excited for that, but it'll be cool to get. But I'm very excited for Iron Man Bust. Very excited. I think that thing is going to be absolutely freaking amazing. So I'll probably be one of the first in the U.S. to get it. Although Dr. Mike said he might be doing airship on that. So if he does, he'll beat me. Anyways, folks, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.